Hello and welcome to another session on data analytics. In the last class, we have seen the uses and its benefits in public administration. But in today's class, let us explore some of the basic principles that are related to data analytics. Let's start with the first principle. And the first principle says is identification and framing of the analytical problem. In analytics, this is the step which is called framing, and it is one of the most critical parts of a good decision process. A proper quantitative analysis starts with recognizing a problem or a decision and beginning to solve it. When we did not have the data analytics, it was basically a hunch or an intuition which led us to decide. But now with the analytics, the whole point of a quantitative analytics is to eventually test our hunch against the data. Coming to the second principle, which says working with the quantitative oriented people. A very clear message is you need to find a common ground of communication with your people. Your quantitative analytical skills should have the understanding of how to gather the data and how to analyze it. It's really important for the administrators to establish a close working relationship with its team. You need to communicate quantitatively with them about the issues at work. However, the problem starts when your team may not be particularly good and may be frightened by the quantitative analysis. Therefore, it is advised that you need to choose your team cautiously. Coming to the next principle, which is understanding different types of data and their implications. Nowadays, you will hear a word called big data, and it is so useful that it can transform your organization in a big way. But most of the people don't really understand the difference between big and the small data, and they use the term big data indiscriminately. Therefore, the point which I am going to make is how you refer to your data really doesn't matter much, but it's important to know about the differences between the various types of data. For instance, what is small data? Small data, despite its name, is extremely useful is that's of manageable size. It is already structured form, which means it has rows and the columns, and the changes in this kind of data is relatively infrequently. Whereas in big data is unruly, it's too big to fit on a single server and is relatively unstructured and moving very fast. Now, big data offers great opportunity, but it is often a challenge to convert into a structured format which can be easily analyzed. The next principle is to understanding different types of analytics and their implications. For many years, the vast majority of the analytics were descriptive. That is, there were simple reports or in dashboard form with numbers about what has happened in the past. But that is not the only type of analytics which exists. We also have the predictive analytics, which uses statistical models on data about the past to predict the future. We also have the prescriptive analytics, which can create recommendations for how workers can make decisions in their jobs. So if we can conclude, we can say that in today's world, not knowing the data analytics could be dangerous to you as well as to the prosperity of your organizations also. But let us also remember 3 points. First, data analytics cannot happen in silo. It is not just the effort of one particular department, you need the assistance, you need the help from other departments also. Secondly, the leaders means it's you, the public administrators. You have to be comfortable with the quantitative numbers. You should be conversant with the data analytics. Thirdly, when you are using the data analytics, you should be in a position to accept some uncomfortable outcomes because data cannot lie. With that, we conclude our session. Thank you very much.